You know what, I'm glad that you asked me what we're doing here, because up until about 2 hours ago, I wasn't even sure. I was just told to show up in Vegas, and holy smokes, there's race cars everywhere. What you're experiencing is the Mint 400. I don't even know how many times I've run this thing, but if you've ever seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, this is the race they're covering.
I guarantee that they don't have a clue what I think like. I might come across like a rebel, I see life out of the box, don't put me into the I might start a revolution, break out of it, rewrite the history that you made and take it to new heights. Every loss is a lesson, that's why I never lose fights. And I learn from my mistakes and I use them, it's my right to tell you how I feel, whether you gon' listen or not. You don't agree with it, then you can listen and watch. You ain't in peace with it, how do you envision the plot? I'm taking everything I love and making it right. My mind doesn't work like yours does. When I fall down, I just stand up more tough. And I'm not afraid to die, I don't care if the war comes to my front door. See, I just open the door up. I'm ready.
What running is this? They don't know either. See, no one knows. It's just a big party. This guy's been here for the last 30 years and they're not sure how many times we've run this thing. He didn't have a beard the first year. So we're here, it's 2021, I guess. We're here at the Mint 400. So me and a few guys are about to take this brand new Polaris RZR. We're gonna take this thing across the desert, and the goal is to finish the race and have it look mostly like this.
This is a joke, a little project. I guess you'll never understand this kind of mindset. Started as a dream, grew into reality. Made a lot of sacrifices, that's how it has to be. I give it everything I got, ain't no way you passing me. I know we're in the same profession, but you're not a match for me. I'm on another level. I'm on another level. I said I'm on another level. On another level.
We are just outside Las Vegas. Adam and his team have brought out their Polaris. Today we are going to be testing. I haven't done a huge amount of off-road racing or even off-road driving, so it's great that we've got a couple of hours now just to get a feel for the Polaris, see how it handles, power delivery, all that good stuff. Yeah, just looking forward to having some fun and getting some testing done. So first test is done out here in the desert. Had about 25-30 minutes behind the wheel, just ripping it around. Got lost a few times, but had a lot of fun. Feels great, really stable. Yeah, looking forward to it. I know that the lap I'm doing is like 3 hours long. That was 20 minutes and I'm already a bit tired, so I don't know how I'm gonna get on after 3 hours, but we'll give it a go, have some fun, and yeah, can't wait for the parade later, and then yeah, getting into it on Friday.
Took my chances, went the distance, will to survive. So many times
couple of days ago from Faster, and they said, are you free in a couple of days' time? I was like, sure, what do you need me to do? And they were like, can you go to Las Vegas and race in the Mint 400? I was like, hell yeah, I can. And now somehow I'm in a Polaris driving down the strip of Las Vegas in a parade. Check this out.
And he's watching us all with the eye.
Done. I am kind of almost speechless at this point. That was sick. That was absolutely incredible. I don't know if I'll ever do a parade again somewhere better than that. You know, like if you had to think, where could you drive race cars or off-road trucks? Where, like, if you were doing a parade anywhere in the world, where would you think was better than that? I just can't. Like. I don't think there is anywhere more iconic or anywhere better than to drive race trucks, Polarises, up and down the strip of Las Vegas. Just insane. Mind blown. I need a beer.
We went back inside, sat down, had a few drinks, but all we kept talking about glory days. Well, pass you by, glory days. You know, when there were young girls, I glory days, glory days.
I can't undersell how excited I am to be here in Las Vegas, and this is the 2021 Mint 400. I've always wanted to race this race, and this is finally my opportunity. Me and a couple of guys, it's like Adam Fitza and Baggsy, we're racing a brand spanking new RZR. This is a non-turbo car, mostly stock, and we're gonna try and push this thing all the way to the finish. And so right now we're just enjoying all the other racers, all the other people, the fans that came out to check everything out. We'll see how everything goes. We gotta head back over and get our car teched in, get our gear teched in, and then we'll be ready to race on Friday.
In order to respect the desert, you really got to start from the bottom. I mean, people didn't get to where they're at by not sweeping a floor or not going to college. So work your way up. You'll earn your respect in the desert, not as just a racer, but in the whole community, right? So let's start with a stock RZR. They perform amazingly. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna make dust, have a ton of memories. I mean, every mile, it's miles per miles, we call it.
Breaking in, shaping up.
I don't have a fraction of the experience any of these other guys have with these cars out here. I just really don't. However, I'm always impressed at what they'll take. Like, they're not particularly heavy, they're not particularly overbuilt, and it's like they seem to take an insane amount of abuse. There was many times on the racetrack and I was like, well, this is the last mile this car will do. But like, they kind of keep taking it and taking it until they don't. But ultimately, like, they're super impressive. What they'll do at 70 miles an hour or 65 miles an hour, the amount of, the whoops, the bumps, the hits they'll take, it's nothing short of impressive.
It's absolutely incredible what those little side-by-sides can do. We gave that Polaris hell for 9 hours, and in the end, it made it through and it got back to the finish line.
So in order to get this stock RZR race legal, there's obviously things you have to do, like better cage, chromoly cage. We built that by IMG. I mean, we had to put chromoly control arms on there, make everything way stronger. I mean, we beat the crap out of this. So these Zebro arms held up, ran through the desert, no issues all day. Obviously, you got to put on beadlock wheels so you don't have any flats or anything like that, and amazing Toyo tires. RZRs, the availability of parts, aftermarket components and accessories, they're endless. I mean, so You and your buddy over a weekend can bolt all this stuff on, right? In your garage, come out to the Mint 400, race it.
Deep in my bones.
What's up, everyone, here at the Mint 400. So today I'm taking the first lap in our Be Faster RZR, and so after I hand it over on first lap, Baggsy's gonna take it out on second one, then Adam Fitza is gonna bring it up in the rear on third lap. Plan on having a great day, and we're just minutes away from the flag drop. Gonna have a good time out there. It's a brand new car, gonna settle into pace and kind of get things off to a good start. We'll see you on the other side. This race doesn't pre-run, so it's like you can only see the first couple of corners on the infield, and that ain't nothing. And so like trying to get your head around the first couple of corners and like what your pace is gonna be like, you can't do any of that. It's just I'll see it when I see it. So that's a little bit aggravating. And then for me, I've got so much like, I don't know if I call it anxiety, but like nervous energy. Like I just want to get going, so I hate sitting there, and we sit there for so long and then so long again. But then finally you start to figure out your lineup, who you're pairing up with, and then there's two cars and then one car in front of you, and then now you're waiting, and then as soon as they say head on up the hill, you up there and like, we're going racing.
Aaron was going first. He jumped in the truck and headed off to the start line. And straight away, I realized that the start line was in front of all the spectators, and the first thing you do is go down a bit of a ramp into like a jump, which leads into another jump, with a couple of turns. I'd already seen one of the Polarises ended up on its roof in that section as well, so that was starting to make me a little bit more nervous because I could see how easy it was to roll, especially in front of all the people standing there.
And it's like you look across and it's like, this guy don't even know what he got himself into. I'm gonna smoke this guy right now, right off the line. He ain't never gonna see me again. And it's like, and then you point down the hill, look at the lights, ready to race. This guy just had a bad day, because here we go. And then we're off, first corner, and then right into the rhythm of it. And then with this race, as soon as you get into it and you're feeling good, 25 miles an hour for about the rest of your life. You just get to a speed control section and just drive around. So, all this excitement to idling down the road. But then you do eventually find the desert and the racing begins. I've always wanted to do this race, and what a hoot. And it's like, I love being out in this part of the desert, being in Nevada. But ultimately, we hit dirt, throttle down, and everything sinks in, everything clicks, and it's time to go to work.
It was awesome. I know Aaron has a lot of desert experience with King of the Hammers and other desert races. Baggsy, awesome dude. He's a professional drift car racer. I don't even know if he's seen sand or the desert before. He's from UK. It's an island that rains damn near all year long.
For me, I guess the Mint was so far out of my comfort zone that I was just so nervous. It was like going into the event, I knew nothing about it. I remember going to bed the night before, and I was trying